This is Julia Birchie. I would like to discuss the 5 aspects of socialization: family, peer groups, school, religion, government, and mass media, which have all influenced the choices which made me the person I am now today. These are the agents I would like to discuss to further this understanding of how they evolve my personality and perspective I hold of this world. To begin, the agent of socialization known as education shall be the first topic to be acknowledged. Being something which shapes and forms the mental processes of millions of individuals nationwide and even worldwide, it is safe to say that this is possibly one of the most crucial aspects to study when dealing with that of socialization. To begin with this discussion with curriculum, I started out with that of Abeka homeschooling, which gave me the strength needed within that of academics due to its hardcore courses and such. Easily acknowledged by those around me, I have a different knowledge set as compared to a public school student. This was one of the side effects due to having more of a higher focus on more studies, as this was a value to do within my household. I was able to focus more on English, which gave me the passion I needed to want to become a teacher. As for my social skills, however, in public school setting, you would need to conform to your peers. This would enable your emotions and attitudes to be amplified after being socialized around so many teenagers and kids your age, depending on which age you are. Since I was always homeschooled and this is all I've known, I'm more accustomed to a mindset of an adult. I was learning at an early age how to communicate with people on much higher levels than that of my own. This opportunity has shaped me into a well-rounded and sensible individual. This has caused me to enjoy logical scenarios and things like that. Of course, this has put a damper on my current social skills since I have started out being rather quiet. I've had to learn, unfortunately, from the ground up how to interact with my peers. For my environment, I've been taught at home my whole life. I appreciate going out more than public school students since I'm constantly confined to my workspace. Public schoolers have a different version of the world that they are taught to be accustomed to. Like them, I have had my own ideals as well. I've had to learn to think independently since my environment has been much smaller. Secondly, it is important to move on to the aspect of socialization known as government. As for freedoms, being an American citizen, I'm able to be raised within a country that gives me freedom to choose my career and life's paths. Unlike most third world countries, which do not offer these advantages, America has given me the chance to pursue activities I enjoy, such as writing. In some countries, you don't have the freedom of speech, especially dealing with other religious beliefs, relying on anything other than the government. When it comes to funding and scholarships, my father is a retired Air Force veteran. Thus, it should be known that I have not directly experienced being a part of the government conveniences due to not having taken part in the military, but I am able to indirectly experience what they have bestowed upon my father and reap the benefits of what exactly they have to offer. Some of these benefits include scholarships of which I am able to access. The government recognizes my father's services. It gives us privileges to both him and his offspring. One last thing the government provides is grants to help with college expenses. Without these grants, I would have a hard time pursuing college debt-free. These grants have helped me to focus on my studies without financial strain. Something to note about our status is the fact that due to help the government has bestowed upon this household, it should be known that I was able to be raised with a middle-class household lifestyle. Compared to my parents who had not had such benefits until later on in life, my lifestyle should be considered quite different from theirs. And because of this aspect, we valued hard work in order to create a prosperous future and well-earned living for ourselves. Being able to have my education funded was dramatically affected the outcome of my childhood and teenage years. As my parents were able to save much money, they were able to fund it for other important things necessary to keep our status. Not only that, but I am at the moment no longer required to work in order to pay off debt, leaving open much valued time to make my degree count. Moving on to the agent of socialization known as peer groups and mass media, it must be realized and understood how these will actually affect one's socialization. Depending on the people you hang around or are related to, it will affect how you speak, make your goals and decisions, and have desires for your life. As I've mentioned before, my communication skills were never very good, but by the time I was able to open up to people, I noticed I've gradually been able to get better. Being around kids your age or whoever you hang out with will sharpen your skills and even mold you to talk a certain way. That's what I've noticed. It was small, but this is good for an example because I'm able to keep closer and more intimate relationships. More and more, I'm learning about how to grow these relationships so that in the future, I'll know how to maintain them and keep them for long periods of time. Of course, mass media still has taught me how to do some things. I'm able to talk better as well, watching other communicators, and I'm learning more about the society I live in. When it comes to how my colleagues shape my morals and perspective on life, it is important to take note that articles such as peer pressure actually play a huge role in this aspect. Peer pressure, which commonly resides in everyone's life, most of the time actually really changes their personality in large ways. It has done for me as I was able to finally fit in. I haven't changed much, but I was able to be able to talk to a large array of ages rather than people much older than me. As to how religion has affected my socialization, it is rather easy to speak about. It has done much to form and mold who I am today as the most in my life. As a Christian, I've learned that the world is dark, and because of this, I have to stand above it and bring light to them. This has affected me morally, which gives me a will to be the best person I can be due to the faith I have accepted. And finally, my family would be one of the most crucial elements to socialization, as they have done so much to introduce me to all these aspects. As for moralities, they've introduced me to this Christian faith and given me the idea of Jesus Christ in my heart. And of course, they've set goals for me as well. They've helped me through college. And finally, my family would be one of the most crucial set goals for me as well. They've helped me through college and through my adolescent years. And finally, they've given me ideals about the world. They've helped me through most of my life and continue to do so, which is why I'm the person I am now today, one who wants to help others. And in closing, through the 5 agents mentioned of socialization, family, peer groups, school, religion, government, and mass media, these have been great tools and insights that have helped me grasp and know who I am today. They have built the norms and values of which I've used and give me my social skills and ideas of this world.